Hello and welcome back to Golden Age Flicks, the channel where we explore the timeless classics that shape cinema history. Today, we're diving into one of the most cherished holiday films of all time, a film that has become a Christmas tradition for millions across the world. Of course, I'm talking about Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life, released in 1946. It's a film that blends fantasy, drama, humour, and deep emotional resonance into an enduring story about hope, community, and the value of a single human life. Whether you watch it every Christmas Eve or you haven't seen it in years, there's always something new to discover. Right, let's get started. At its heart, It's a Wonderful Life is the story of George Bailey, played by James Stewart, a kind, selfless man from the small town of Bedford Falls. George has big dreams, going to college, travelling the world, and escaping the limits of his hometown. But life, as it often does, has different plans. From a young age, George continually puts others before himself. He saves his brother from drowning, prevents a tragedy at the local pharmacy, and later takes over the family business, the Bailey Brothers Building and Loan, after the sudden death of his father. Though he longs for adventure, he stays in Bedford Falls to protect the townspeople from the greedy tycoon Henry F. Potter, who seeks to control everything. George marries Mary Hatch, played by Donna Reed, and they build a life together filled with love, children, and the ongoing struggle to keep the building and loan afloat. But one Christmas Eve, disaster strikes. George's uncle Billy misplaces $8,000 of the company's money, a mistake that threatens financial ruin and potential scandal. Overwhelmed, George reaches his breaking point. Feeling like a burden, he contemplates ending his life, only to be stopped by Clarence, an angel, who is sent from heaven to help him. Clarence shows George a vision of what Bedford Falls would look like if he'd never been born. This alternate reality is bleak, joyless, and cold. The people George has touched are suffering, and the town itself is a dark, corrupted place now called Pottersville. Through this journey, George realizes the profound impact he has had on countless lives. Returning to his own reality, he finds the townspeople rallying to his aid, donating money to save him and the building and loan. With Mary, his family, and his community surrounding him, George joyfully declares that he truly has a wonderful life. The performances in It's a Wonderful Life are central to its timeless success. George Bailey is often considered James Stewart's defining role. Coming shortly after his return from military service in World War II, Stewart brings remarkable emotional depth to George Bailey, from compassion and optimism to frustration, despair, and ultimate joy. His breakdown at the bar, shot in a single take, is one of the most powerful scenes of his career. Stewart's sincerity anchors the entire film, and his humanity makes George's journey unforgettable. Donna Reed delivers a warm and quietly powerful performance as Mary. She embodies resilience, kindness, and unwavering support. Mary is far more than just a good wife archetype. She is the emotional backbone of the Bailey family and a partner who shares George's burden without losing her own sense of strength and purpose. As the film's antagonist, Lionel Barrymore gives us one of cinema's great villains. Potter is cold, calculating, and utterly ruthless, a man who preys on fear and desperation. He may not be physically imposing, but his moral darkness casts a long shadow over Bedford Falls. Henry Travers brings a gentle charm to Clarence, the somewhat bumbling guardian angel. His innocence and warmth provide a perfect counterbalance to the darker theme of the story. His scenes with Stewart are tender, humorous, and essential to the film's emotional climax. The entire ensemble contributes to the film's rich sense of community, from Thomas Mitchell as a well-meaning but forgetful Uncle Billy to Gloria Graham's delightful turn as Violet Bick. Each character, no matter how small, feels real and lived in. Capra moves effortlessly between comedy, romance, drama, and fantasy. The film begins like a nostalgic slice of Americana, then deepens into a poignant exploration of depression, sacrifice, and self-worth. The shift into the supernatural with Clarence's intervention feels seamless because Capra grounds every moment in genuine humanity. Bedford Falls is one of cinema's most iconic fictional towns. Capra constructs it with such detail and warmth that it becomes a character in its own right. The contrast between Bedford Falls and the alternate reality Pottersville is a brilliant visual representation of hope versus cynicism, community versus exploitation. The cinematographer, by Joseph Walker and Joseph Biroc, blends classic Hollywood elegance with expressive lighting. The scenes in Pottersville, for instance, use sharp shadows and stark lighting to reflect George's inner turmoil. Meanwhile, the Christmas Eve sequences are softened by warm light, emphasizing the film's message of redemption. Capra believed in the inherent goodness of ordinary people, and It's a Wonderful Life is the ultimate expression of that philosophy. He draws incredible performances from his cast, making even the most fantastical elements, angels, alternate realities, feel grounded in emotional truth. Though the film wasn't a major success upon its original release, Capra's direction ensured that it would eventually be recognised as a masterpiece. Today, It's a Wonderful Life is considered one of the greatest films ever made, but it wasn't always the way. Upon its release, it received mixed reviews and it underperformed at the box office. However, when the film entered public domain in the 1970s due to a lapsed copyright, television stations began airing it every Christmas. Audiences rediscovered it and its reputation soared. Now its legacy is monumental. It's a staple of holiday viewing across the world. It regularly appears on the greatest films of all time list. It helped cement James Stewart's place as one of Hollywood's most beloved actors. And it's been referenced, parodied, and honoured in countless films, TV shows, and cultural moments. Its themes of kindness, community, the value of everyday life continue to resonate across the generations. Perhaps the most enduring part of its legacy is emotional. The audiences feel uplifted, moved, and reflected every time they watch it. It's a Wonderful Life is far more than a Christmas film. It's a profound reminder of the impact each of us has on the world around us, often in ways we never see. The film's blend of heart, humour, darkness, and redemption make it one of cinema's greatest achievements. James Stewart's extraordinary performance, Donna Reed's warmth, Capra's masterful direction, and the film's unforgettable emotional arc all contribute to a story that continues to touch people nearly 80 years after its release. Whether you watch it every year or you're planning your first viewing, it remains a powerful, life-affirming experience, a film that encourages us to look at our lives with gratitude, compassion, and hope. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Golden Age Flicks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts about It's a Wonderful Life in the comments below. Until next time, keep celebrating the classics and have a wonderful